Everybody, Shane Severson here, Legacy Realty. Hey, I just wanted to jump out to you. Our May numbers are out, so we are going to jump in to our May market update. I'm so excited to jump into these. Here's the deal. If you know me very well, you know that I'm all about the trends. I'm about the trends from year after year and how they're increasing, but I'm also huge on the years seasonally throughout the year. And on Tuesday, I've been doing a lot of Tips Tuesday. So I've been addressing a lot of the issues, the questions that have been coming up. And so I'm not going to talk about a lot of the questions or issues or COVID. I've been dealing with that. Look back on our Tips Tuesday. I'm going to deal more with our seasonal trends and stick strictly to the numbers because I think it's kind of cool to watch and how you can see exactly what's going on. So let's jump in and let's see what we can figure out with this crazy market of Denver. As you look here, let's start with our closed price. So I'm looking at our closed price, what the prices in Denver are closing at, and I'm looking at the average. If you see our graph, you can see that right now for May, our average close price was $530,865. Now, year after year, we see that that's about a 1.5% increase, which is a little lower than what we have been, but it's still increasing. We still see those same trends that we've seen. Really, what I want to talk about today exclusively is this graph that I've pointed out before, that we can see the exact same trends and it looks the exact same every year. We can see that some years it increases a little bit more. Some years the peak may be a couple weeks different than the year before, but what we see every single year is the same trends of the increase, then it drops, the increase, and then it drops. So what I want to point out, and it's a little early to know exactly, we don't have a crystal ball, but you can look every year, way back in 15, and I've gone years and years past that. That's kind of hard because this box is in the way, but you can see that as we hit the peak and it starts to drop, it never really increases and goes back up. It continues to drop. Same goes for when it starts to increase, it goes and it hits that trend. You see that? So as it drops here, it continues to drop. As it grows, it continues to climb. And so we see that same trend year after year after year. Now notice something here that we are in, as we can see, April, which is kind of the peak I always talk about. We see that you can see in April, it was 532,806, and we see that now it's 530. Now, it's not a huge drop, just a little bit, but a couple $1,000, you can tell that we are on that decrease. So I would project, if I were guessing, that we are on that slide downward. Now, does it drop a ton? Not really. A couple $1,000, maybe $10,000 throughout the whole year, maybe 15, 20,000. So it's not a ton, but it is important if you're looking to sell that you catch that. And if you're looking to buy, that you wait for that to hit these bottom numbers. Now, here's the other thing that we can see why, and I talk about this all the time, every market is driven by a supply and demand. The more homes that hit the market, the prices then decrease because you have more to choose from. When you have less to choose from, there's more bidding wars driving the price up. Now, here's what's interesting about the trends as I was looking through this morning is look at pending sales. Pending sales are those listings that are in the MLS but have not gone active yet. I got a couple right now. We're getting all the photos, getting everything situated and ready to hit the market. They'll be on in a couple days. That's what these are. Now notice when that number goes up, the trends look the exact same. This year, it was a little weird with the COVID. I think you can see this jagged line here. The market wasn't quite sure what it was doing, but you still see it's been on an increase and it's continually been going up. So As the listings come up, the prices then start to drop. Isn't that interesting? Look at active listings. Same thing. You can see that our active listings in February started to increase. Now, it takes a while to get enough homes on the market to drive that market down price wise a little bit, but you can see we are on the upward swing very early on in that process. We're about right here, so we still have months to go before we hit the top of that, but you can see now. Look at new listings, exact same trends. People, I think, sometimes maybe people think I'm making up these numbers, I'm making up the trends, I'm just guessing because I have a couple listings on, I'm guessing that the market is dropping or increasing, and it's not a guess at all. We track these numbers every single month so we can be the greatest expert and have the knowledge for our investors, for our sellers, and for our buyers. So as you see, the listings all going up. We see the price now is starting to tip and go down. So what does that mean? What does that really mean for our investors? What does that really mean for our people out there and what they should be doing? Well, if you are a seller, we'll start with the sellers. If you're a seller, be ready. You should be in the process of prepping that house if it's not already on the market. I've got quite a few listings on right now because that's how I plan my business to hit those on the peak. I've got quite a few that are wrapping up last minute details to get those houses on the market. If you're watching this and you're one of those people, get your house ready so we can get it on the market. It's very, very important that you do that. And if you have not reached out and you're still looking to sell, now is the time. Don't wait any longer. You don't want to lose $10,000 here in the next couple months. Put that money in your pocket. If you're a buyer, if you are an investor looking to buy a rental property, I deal with a lot of investors. And if you are one of those investors looking to buy a rental, if you are looking to buy your home for your family, you've got a couple months. Now, though, is the time. It takes, just like those market trends, it takes seasonal change. It takes trends to prep your house. It takes time in order to get it on the market. Just like buyers, don't wait any longer. It takes time to get your credit in order, to get your savings in order, to know where you're at, have lenders prep you to get ready for that purchase. Reach out to me now if you're getting ready to buy. Let's have those conversations. Let's get you pre-approved so that when we find the perfect home, it is ready and you are ready for it. I hope that helps. I hope you see where I get my information and why I'm so adamant on these seasonal changes. I believe that me as an agent, I believe with all my heart that if you use me and you are one of my clients that watches these videos and trends, I believe with all my heart that on average, I probably get my sellers couple percent, maybe that equals $5,000-$10,000 more in my clients' pockets than the average agent. The buyers, I think I probably save you $5,000 to $10,000 only because of these trends and making sure that we know when to buy and when to sell. Hope that helps. I hope you get some good information from there. Reach out to me. Let's start the process and get you those savings in your pocket. God bless. Hope that helps. We'll see you in June.